Welcome to the Bernadette Jackson Podcast, where we are redefining how the world views women with daddy issues by discussing topics, sharing stories, and gaining insight, all from the perspective of a fatherless daughter. I'm your host, Bernadette, of BernadetteJackson.com. In the fifth installment of my 6-part series on fatherless daughter trigger points, we will be continuing our discussion with 2 additional ways we struggle in relationships. Growing up, I did not see a lot of examples of healthy relationships or marriages, and so I watched a lot of romantic movies and took my cues from there. I didn't realize that those movies were exaggerated versions of what relationships in real life were like. You know, in rom-com movies, when the main character gets into a huge argument with her boyfriend and she leaves the scene and goes home thinking that the relationship is over, then the music swells and all of a sudden there's a knock at her door. It's her man standing there looking all sad and apologetic with the most epic speech about why he just can't lose her. They kiss and they make up, and then in the next scene they're getting married. Well, anytime I was in a relationship, I fully expected my boyfriend to behave just like that actor did in the movie I just described. Imagine my surprise when my boyfriend and I would argue and I'd leave and he didn't show up at my door with flowers or an epic apology. I would be genuinely stumped. I know that sounds crazy, but honestly, that's really how I thought things were supposed to go at the time. No one sat me down and explained to me what relationships should look like or how a man should treat me. So I did what I always do. I figured it out myself. Or at least I thought I did. Fatherless daughters get their relationship standards from the relationships that they witnessed growing up, both good and bad. This means that however they perceive the relationship with their mom and her significant other, this is what they likely believe relationships should look like. So if a fatherless daughter's mom is dating a man that is really abusive or mean, a fatherless daughter may assume that this is what is normal in relationships and may choose to be in a relationship with a person that shares these qualities. It could also mean that if she witnesses her grandma always taking grandpa back, even after she saw the different outside children that he had, that she may think that it's quite normal to be in a relationship with a person who cheats. I've highlighted negative examples here because a lot of the women that I speak to have had these experiences. However, it goes without saying that if a fatherless daughter witnesses her mom being in a healthy relationship with either her stepdad or a boyfriend, that too is how she would perceive relationships and most likely engage in them in a healthy way. The last FDTP that I'll discuss today is the fact that fatherless daughters have complicated relationships with their mom. The mom expects her daughter to be a lot tougher than she may be. She may not understand how important it is to allow her daughter space to grieve her father loss depending on how the loss happened. She may also be resentful that she is a parent that is there raising the daughter alone. That may manifest itself in how she treats her daughter or how loving she is to her. She will also rely on her daughter to do more than what a child probably should have to do at certain stages of life. That child may be expected to cook meals for themselves and to govern themselves until mom gets home, especially if she works long hours. It could look like the mom expecting the daughter to have the types of conversations with her that she should probably be having with her friends. Or it could look like the mom not understanding why, if she was able to get over the loss of her daughter's father, why her daughter is still dwelling on it. The other side of this situation is how the daughter feels. The daughter just wants to be the perfect child. She already has a parent that's either left, died, or is not emotionally available. So in her mind, in order to keep the parent that she has left, she needs to be the perfect child and do any and everything that she thinks is necessary to make sure that she does not lose the love of her mom. All of the things that I have previously mentioned that the mom may expect her daughter to do, the daughter is going to do them willingly and without complaint, at least not out loud. The daughter may not understand at the time that a lot of the burdens that her mom puts on her should not have happened. However, in wanting to be the best child that she can, she does the absolute best that she can to fulfill whatever her mom's request is. It ends up being a tug and pull situation between the mom and the daughter, where both have expectations that stem from the loss of the father in the home, but they approach them very differently. Unless a mom is self-aware, she may not think it's necessary to express how the feelings of the loss of her father relationship may affect them both going forward, or will change the dynamic of their home. Many times, they each just fall into the roles that are left, and sometimes it's more than the daughter really should be doing, depending on her age. The positive here is that the daughter learns to be a lot more self-sufficient earlier in life. The downside is that a lot of the childhood experiences were of her doing things that she really should not have been responsible for doing growing up. I hope this episode was helpful for you. Next week, I'll be sharing the last 3 fatherless daughter trigger points in this series. As always, slide into my DMs and let me know if you can relate to this topic or if you have any questions. You can find me on IG at Bernadette N. Jackson, that's BernadetteNJackson. I drop a new episode every Tuesday at 9 a.m. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.